Hello everyone, Alec the SideQuest Gamer here, and welcome to the first episode of SQG and Friends. And today, my best super duper friends are Jay's Reviews and Indecent Gavin, who makes such incredible content. Oh my god, you gotta watch it, like, right now. Actually, after the podcast. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm swell.
I'm doing really well, thank you. How about you, Alec?
I'm hyperactive because I had a Mountain Dew after work.
Oh, man.
Aren't you all crazy?
Like, time is slowing down by a third, I swear, but I'm so excited, too, because Mega Man X Legacy Collections 1 and 2 are announced! Yes, we're playing those games in HD, motherfuckers! HD!
And they're gonna translate X6! Oh.
No. What? Oh, jeez. Alright, X6 is... Oh yeah, X6, such a interesting conversation to have about the franchise.
I mean, it's an interesting adaptation of Super Mario World, the Kaizo edition.
Oh yeah, it's very good at, like, translation or homage to it, at least.
Now, any hooter.
Mega
Man X Legacy Collections right now.
Oh, who says that? Oh my god. Alright, so... Are you guys excited for it, or what?
Oh, definitely.
Be honest. Be, like, real honest for, like, both Legacy Collections. Like, I think it's important to establish that, like, X1 through X4 is on the first Legacy Collection, and on the second one, X5 through X8. Now,
let's just get over ha. How is the second one gonna sell? Ha. It's the one that has X8 on it.
I know. We'll get back to that, too. But, Jay, why don't you answer Alex's question? How do you feel about these collections?
I mean, I'm the guy who has cartridges of Mega Man Extreme 1 and Extreme 2. I am a Mega Man X fanboy. So, you can expect me to pick me up day one.
Dude? Those, like, I thought those were like $100.
It's not complete in boxes, so I had cartridges.
Well, Extreme 2 is even rarer, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But, you know, $15, too many games, yada. So,
I should go there.
Yeah, not Alec. Anyway, so yeah, it's just Mega Man X1, X2, X3, X4 on the Legacy Collection 1, and X5, X6, X7, and X8 on the second one. It's lots of good content. $20 each, and a combo pack at retail for $40.
Yeah.
So that is the content that everyone's going to be getting. Plus, in addition to that, you're going to get, in terms of improvements, you're going to get better graphics, assumably better load times, and there's a whole bunch of extra content like a sound test, art gallery, and apparently
if you play the first two Mega Man Legacy Collections, it's very similar to that, only there's even more to talk about when it comes to extra stuff.
True, but should we jump into the that versus mode yet, or are we going to hold on?
First I'll mention also on Nintendo Switch, just in case you're curious, the retail version, the cartridges of the first Legacy Collection with the download code for the second.
Really?
Oh yeah,
well, yeah, that's what they're doing for the classic. That's what they're doing for the classic series as well.
I mean, that kind of sucks, but I mean, I understand it, but still, just like imagine like buying that, like, say someone like collects retro games in the future, and they're like, oh, remember this Nintendo Switch? That was so my childhood, and so they get the first Legacy Collection, but they can't download the second one anymore because the code is no longer valid, and like the eShop is, gone.
Well, that's the price of data space.
Price of accessibility.
Well, I don't know why they couldn't just print 2 cartridges.
Like,
the Xbox One and PS4 will be with 2 discs. So,
yeah, I don't know what that logic is either.
Yeah, well, you see, we have other things. When it comes to technical improvements, Gavin did allude to it. Well, we already know from the trailer that, for X1 through X6, you can expect, high-quality HD pixels, because that's what we got for the Legacy Collections for the Classic Series, emulator quality. X7 and X8 are being up-resed, which is good.
And don't forget, there will be save states and a lot of different border options for these games.
Yes, just like the Classic Series.
Oh, cool, so I don't have to start over the Sigma fight in X7.
Facts. But,
of course... Yeah.
Well, we look at it... It's just that when it comes to things I want to see, we haven't been told this, but it's like, I want all slowdown removed from X1 through X3.
Oh, absolutely.
And the level from X5 that has slowdown.
Now, granted, the classic Legacy collections removed all slowdown, especially from the notorious Mega Man 3s. So I have high faith that they're going to completely get rid of slowdown. I am 100% on that.
I can live with it either way, but X7 load times need to be gone. That's just that's facts.
Right.
Well,
so
I actually did hear about something like for the original like X7 like I like this is I never heard anyone test it with X7, but I did hear like for like a notoriously long load time game like Wrath of Cortex, like Metropolis Zone put it in like the hard drive for like the PS2 and like the thing that not many people bought, but he did. Apparently it loads much faster on Wrath of Cortex, so I'm really curious if that would work on like the PS2 version of X7.
Although of course most people wouldn't have that, so
yeah, that's
definitely
true.
Improve it.
Yeah, so get rid of the load times either way. We don't need them.
Yeah, and technically speaking, X8 just needs the up-res.
Now, I want to get in the elephant in the room. Many people, I think we can all agree that we're really excited about, like, the first Legacy Collection. But Legacy Collection 2, is, I know it's on, especially on Reddit, like the Mega Man Reddit, like, some people have, like, said that, since X5 was kind of like the beginning of the end. You would say that too, Jay? What's the point in getting Legacy Collection 2? Like,
Ooh, can I answer this?
That's what many people... Sure.
Go ahead, Gavin.
Alright, well... Here's the thing. So as you said, Alec, there's a lot of people like, ha 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 ha, the second collection is X7, one of the most infamous games of all time, and X6, which is widely regarded as really bad. Okay. And then there's X8, which a lot of people like, and then there's X5, which, it seems like it's 50-50. So here's the thing. Well, first of all, you're getting a lot of value in the second Legacy Collection, way more than the first, right? So X8, how available is X8?
Not much. Available. My copy was $30.
Right. And are you going to just walk into any store and find a copy of X6?
Definitely not.
X5?
Maybe,
X7?
if you're lucky.
See, the point
you
is...
might, but and then X7's going up in price as well, because my copy was $13, now it's like 30 as well.
Yikes! So that's a big increase, right? So I haven't noted. Well, some of the latent games are going even higher increases, which is scary.
Yeah, PL versus AA on Amazon's $100.
Used?
Jesus Christ! No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. People want to play that, find that immediately. But so back to my point. You're getting a value because those games are getting rarer, and you also have the fact that X7, X8 were never re-released, so this is the first time they're being re-released.
X6 was also not on PSN, as a matter of fact.
Good point. X6 was also not on PSN. So there's a lot of things, a lot of value in the second collection, but people also have to note, who's going to buy the second Legacy Collection? Well, this is slightly... well, I will too. But this is slightly on, like, a guessing part, but... And, Jay and I were talking about this a couple days ago, and we both agreed, like, people. When games are so infamous for being terrible, everyone wants to play it. So they've got to see it. When AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, other people, high-profile, well-renowned, popular YouTubers, when they talk about why Desert Bus sucks, why Sonic 06 sucks, why this, movie sucks, everyone's got to find out. X7 was not widely available for a long time. The fact that it's just going to be on this platform, and X6, oh my gosh, you don't think people are going to want to find it out? I think Legacy Collection 2 might even sell better than the first. That's a hard case to make because of the iconic status of like X1 and X4, but I would go out on a limb and say it's certainly possible.
Yeah, like, I'm actually, believe it or not, I think X7 is definitely the biggest reason I'm buying, like, the Legacy Collection 2. I mean, I like X5 quite a bit, and, X8, it's alright, I guess. It's got a few issues here and there, but, like, X7, that's a game I want to hate play, Some people play games they know are bad just to get some ironic sort of fun. Maybe some masochistic pleasure out of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who do that.
It's like my friend Twip, runs he was a Sonic tuber. He's not a Sonic tuber anymore. He doesn't
not a generic YouTuber.
Like he plays Sonic 06 so much. He also plays Sonic Forces, a game he doesn't like himself, but clocks in over 100 hours. People like to hate play games, you know? It's actually, there's actually a market for these types of games.
So I guess bringing it back all together, Jay and Alec are... So I'm going to pick up both these collections day one. Where do you guys stand with this? Are you going to get only one of the collections, or are you going to get both?
I'm going to get both. I mean, I have a job now that's actually taking time away from the channel, but I'm getting money for it, so of course I'm going to get these games.
And Jay?
I'm going to buy the game. Well, I'm going to buy the game multiple times. So.
Yeah, because you're such a X fanboy.
I want to show my support. I want to play the games as many ways as possible.
And I know,
that
the
Mega Man X franchise.
Announcing it, you heard it here first, folks. But Jay, what are you going to do in terms of handling these games for your channel?
Day one, I'm going to review the games. I know my Legacy Collection 2 review is like 8 minutes or 9 minutes long. I think this will be way longer. Further stuff we'll get into as we go. But it's just like, I want to have day one review for both games combined, and just stream the games as much as possible. And also, once I'm going to like download them online, of course, first. But then I'm going to go right to the store and buy a copy.
I think bad games in general, like X7, that's going to be very profitable for YouTubers. Small, big, average performing YouTubers, but like, YouTubers especially are like the biggest market for bad games.
But don't forget about X6.
It's like I said, there's this hype factor around shitty games.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, look at the hype around the demise of X6. Like, X6 has been beaten to death by YouTubers like Jay's Reviews and Retropos. Look at the views on their reviews. It's insane. Yeah. Like, what? So, that's the thing. It's not just X7.
Both my NRZs have over 100,000 views on X6.
Wow. It's not just X7, guys. And also, I'm glad to hear that we're all, going to invest in this. For both collections, and I want to say that, adding on to what Alex says, I agree with you. I'm actually more interested in the second collection because I've never ever played X7 or X8, so I got to do it, and now I can.
I only played it for like an hour, so it'd be my first time finishing the damn thing.
Well, I'm going to partake in the streams with Jay, but when I get to X6, let's just say I'm not going to require that I beat it to move on. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, I guess I want to pose this question to you guys. What platforms are you going to get the collections on?
I alluded to this before, but Steam and PS4.
Of course you would. You're like the TWIP of like Mega Man X games. That's a compliment. Don't be offended. But seriously,
believe me last year.
What about you, Gavin?
Well, as for myself, I have the classic Legacy collections, both of them on Steam. Very happy with them. So to continue with that,
you're gonna get them on Switch as well when that comes out next month.
I'll get to that. I'm going to be getting them on Steam first and foremost, both collections. Then, if I decide to get them again, it would be on Switch, and the only reason I would do that is if they used brinkmanship tactics on me like they're President Eisenhower, and basically beg me to buy it, otherwise X9 won't be released. But for the most part, I'm pretty much just going to stay with Steam, but if I really decide to double dip on these, maybe if there's a sale, I'll get them on Switch. I mean, what other platform would I get them on? My Xbox One's at my brother's college, and I never owned a PS4, so...
I mean, while we're at that, talking about the retail version, I'm just gonna say just how I was foaming at the mouth when I saw the artwork for both collections. Honestly, I couldn't believe how good it was. But then they also announced the American box art, and it looks kind of generic, admittedly.
Yeah,
that's
the
unfortunate.
Box art is so good. Like, I love how everything is designed.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Jay, but you and I, we know full well that there's always been a trend with every single Mega Man game in Japan, and also like Sonic games. Japan loves having as many characters as they can possibly fit on their box arts, and in America, it's just like, here's 2, something like that. Oh, and if you're Europe and you bought Mega Man copies, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for you because...
But let's put the pin in that one until November.
Oh. Right, I said too much.
Remember the Mega Man 2 Tin Man box art for Europe?
Oh well, yeah, the NES ones. Yeah, those were bad.
That was interesting.
That's rich.
Oh, apparently the German got their own box art and it actually looked pretty badass.
You mean Germany?
Did they really?
You said German.
Yeah, Germany. German. Yeah.
German got their box art.
Yeah, German got... I can't speak. Germany, yeah. Deutschland.
Deutschland, yeah.
Your homeland, Gavin.
I'm not from
Yeah,
the
for
Netherlands.
those who don't know.
Metropolis zone.
So, back to the one of the bigger points. I think we're done with that, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I agree with Gavin. I'm probably gonna get them on Steam first, and then on the Switch if I really want to get them on Switch.
Okay, makes sense. So next thing is that, in addition to the usual soundtrack selections and all that fun stuff, new content in the form of we also get the Day of Sigma from Maverick Hunter X, which is good to get some inclusiveness from that game. Although that technically the Day of Sigma is not canon to this timeline, but that's neither here nor there.
That's kind of an odd inclusion. I mean, I love it, but at the same time, it doesn't really work well with the original X1 since that's its own continuity.
Right.
Yeah, Dr. Kane's appearance in X2 and X3 makes the death of Dr. Kane make.
I know.
Although, to be fair, if they pretty much just removed the scene with Dr. Kane dying, it would be fine, unless there's something else I'm missing.
Well, this is not really a big deal. It's pretty minor, but Sigma's purple scars were caused by X in Maverick Hunter X, but in the original continuity it was 0 and X4.
Okay.
So...
Okay.
But like I said, that's minor.
That's neither here nor there.
So, the newest mode. I remember on the Legacy Collection 2, we were allowed to just, fight bosses from, the artwork menu, but I think they're really expanding upon that this time around with a brand new mode called X Challenge. What this new mode's going to allow is that you're going to fight 2 bosses at once in this run through game. You get to bring a few weapons with you, and you have to get through these boss fights. And I think that's really cool.
Now, if I might be crazy in remembering this, but I believe X was wearing the Gaia armor in the footage.
That was a reskin of the Ultimate Armor from X4 through 6.
Oh, okay. Well, I also want to say, just to clear this up so people remember this going in, remember, these collections are split into 2, so you can't have, Bamboo Pandemonium and, Armored Armadillo in the same... Yeah, so keep that in mind, which, whatever.
Although, what's funny about that, I don't know how X7 will be factored into X Challenge, because of the fact that...
I can't wait to find out, honestly.
Well, I mean, the game is 3D, unlike the rest of the series, and even then, the bosses in X7 have such specific terrains, Tornado Tanyan he has a circle, but Splash Warfly has 3 different platforms, or Tripe Anteater has fucking a cylinder.
Well, what's funny about that is I bet you this mode is not going to be very complex. I bet they'll just literally plop the bosses in, and it's not going to make any sense. But that's going to be part of the fun.
I think I could have sworn Chill Penguin looked different and when he was standing alongside.
I think that's just because of the filter effect. Because I think for the trailer they had the filter effect on.
For some of the footage they had the filter on and off, so you have to kind of look carefully. In that case, the filter was on for Chill Penguin.
This is also one of the better pixel smootheners I've seen.
Right?
Just figured I'd throw
Seriously.
Doesn't look cheap at all.
It looks pretty good.
I play that on emulators and I'm like, ew. Or the GBA on Wii U. When you when you hit the analog stick.
No, that's terrible.
That's pretty infamous.
I remember.
Don't call Exo Paradigm Gamer have an aneurysm.
The first time I played.
The quality.
The first time I played Metro Zero Mission was on the Wii U eShop. I turned that on and Samus's mask blended in itself and it looked like the Batman symbol. I was like, what is going on? I was like, Samus?
I rushed home from school every day to see Samus.
What? Seriously, I want to see the perfect pixels as they were meant to be, so...
Yeah, facts.
Exo does.
So, yeah, X Challenge, I just can't wait to try it. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Wily Tower from Mega Man, the Wily Wars on the Genesis. And
I was going to say that. Cool. Well, here's one thing I thought of. What if they do something like Flame Mammoth and, Magma Dragoon? Just imagine that, like, Flame Mammoth would, like, stomp on the ground, shake the ground, and you're stunned, and then, like, Magma Dragoon would just do his dive attack on you, and you're dead.
Oh.
Jeez. That'd
well,
be
actually,
pretty
that's
hard.
interesting. Can we think of any other, like, really cool combinations on the fly? Because
How
you two are
and,
thinking
like,
of that, while you two are thinking of that, I have a funny joke. I was mentioning this to Jay. Again, another X6 punch, but some of those bosses you'll actually have to move and defeat now, like Blizzard Wolfang.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's
true.
funny is that in the trailer it lasts for like but a brief frame. You also see an X challenge shot in Izzy Glow's boss room. You'll see like the sprite of Shield Sheldon first appear.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, that would be a dangerous combination. Those two. Like, can you imagine Infinity Maginian paired with anybody? It's ridiculous.
Oh, literally with anybody.
Yeah, it would be cancerous. But imagining Magma Dragoon and Blizzard Buffalo would be an interesting combination, because I'm just thinking both of them have like this beam like attack that covers the whole screen you have to avoid. Imagine them both being
let's
opposite
keep
ends
in
of
mind.
the screen.
Let's keep in mind. We don't know if you compare everybody with everybody, and I also want to mention.
We don't know how it works. Honestly, we don't know if you're the one making the combos. Is another
True,
thing.
and we also need to keep in mind that we haven't seen Zero, and I don't know if they're gonna have Zero be able to fight like Chill Penguin. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it.
Probably, maybe, I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
like...
We already have a PS1X sprite fighting a SNES Chill Penguin sprite, so who knows? I guess anything's possible.
Anything's possible, yeah.
But also what I thought was just really funny is it just shows you just how small the SNES frame is, because it's just like right next to Frost Walrus. Chill Penguin just looks so small. Like the SNES, the PS1's 4x3 compared to the SNES's 8x7. It's just like Chill Penguin's not looked out of place in X1. He really does here.
Yeah.
With the big room, the big background.
Oh, could you imagine like Launch Octopus? You know how he does that spinning attack that like twirls you in? And then what if at the same time you had Izzy Glow like moving with those lasers down? Just like
Oh yeah.
man.
There's a lot of potential for X Challenge. I hope it doesn't disappoint.
Me too.
It probably won't. I mean, it's like I'm already like foaming at the mouth just thinking about like what was the bird enemy from X1? I can't remember its name. Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle with the owl. What was the owl's name again?
Storm Owl.
Storm Owl. Storm
taking
Eagle?
that even further, what if we had the Skyver and Storm Eagle together?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Tunnel Rhino and
like I said. Well, what do you have in mind, Alec?
Tunnel Rhino and Armadillo, and that won't work.
Well, anyway, it's just like there's just so much potential for this mode. It's basically limitless, but still.
Yeah. I'm already like foaming at the mouth just thinking about how the fight would go with Chill Penguin and what was it, Blizzard Walrus or something?
Frost Walrus.
Frost Walrus, I'm sorry. It's hard to remember these names.
It's okay.
That's why I'm here.
I mean, I've played these games so many times, yet I still can't remember the names of all of them.
I'm lucky I'm good at
That's
yeah, and I'm the guy who's played X7 5 times, so yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for both collections, even though like the second collection is going to have a lot, like 2 bad games, 1 alright game, and 1 decent game. But you know, I'm just excited that all the games except for Maverick Hunter X. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that's not included. But
also, a moment of silence for X Command Mission.
Nah,
Alec's like, no.
Well, yeah, it's just like X Command Mission, the extreme games are all left out, but they're easy enough to find online, if you know what I mean. So, yeah.
No.
Just take a page from slide 3, chapter 5.
Emulation.
Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah, so, when it comes down to it, one of the biggest things that's people always been saying against the Classic Series Legacy collections, I have a long history with this. I've been defending these collections for so long. It's been years.
You have.
I remember end of 2015 or middle of 2015 when the first Classic Series Legacy Collection was announced, and you know a lot of people said, "What? Only the first 6 games for $15?" It's like I already have the 480i PS2 collection. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, I get it.
No
it's like,
subtweet.
It's like here's the thing, is that everybody. We get it. You've paid for that already. You have it. You think the 480i is perfectly fine. You think the button lag Mega Man 8 is perfectly fine, but it's just like. That's a you problem. I don't know what to say, because it's just like this is 1080p. This is objectively higher quality, And then it's also more value. Like, I remember Classic Series Collection, the first one, was like $15. But like I calculated to get all the games, all 6 of the games in the Wii U eShop, that'd be $30 at base price without the tax.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it's like I always said half the price for double the value.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
So
I don't think I was on board with like the Legacy Collection one until like you mentioned the HD, and until I actually started caring about the quality of the footage and like and when Legacy Collection 2 came out, I just ran out of things to complain about. Other than I'm still a little salty about Mega Man and Bass being excluded from that collection, but whatever.
Yeah, but the thing about that Legacy Collection 2 was that people always said, well, now there's even less games. Capcom's milking us for all we're worth.
So they have more value. Like, Mega Man 8 is worth more than Mega Man 1.
Not to mention, Mega Man 7 feels like a bigger game than the NES games, to be honest.
Yes, yeah.
But here's the thing. I remember the comment section war from my Legacy Collection 2 review when like people were saying, Capcom's trying to like rip us off, but it's like I always say, you have the option not to buy it, but people always did say this as like guilting people into buying it, but I always said if you want to support the Mega Man franchise, this is it.
That's how you have to do it.
Fan games and death threats especially are not getting us anywhere.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Enough people came together. People did buy these 2 classic collections, and look at what we got as a reward. Now, if we buy these,
who knows?
Mega Man.
It's like
because look at what happened, right? I know what you're about to say, Jay, and I'm gonna steal your thunder for a moment, but just to make a transition, and it's the fact that what resulted from buying the Legacy Collection, Mega Man 11. It's here. It's coming. Mm-hmm. So you want X9?
And guys, the years of death threats did not get Mega Man 11.
You want X9? You buy these. If you don't want to buy these, you don't have to. But if you want to support the series and see it continue, this is how you do it.
This is the only way.
The only way you have.
Yeah.
The only way. You illegally downloading your anniversary collection's not going to help. You finding a Mega Man 2 cartridge at some local game store, not going to help. This is the only way you can support Mega Man X.
And there's some people are like, oh, they're just cashing on nostalgia. Abso-freaking-lutely. But what exactly is wrong with that? I mean, you can't make the cash if the nostalgia wasn't worth anything in the first place. The X games are extremely valuable to a lot of people, and to many kids who haven't really experienced them in their original 8x7 glory, now have the opportunity to upscaled on brand new hardware. It's just it's exciting, It's being passed down from one generation to another in higher quality.
It's just a matter of I'm not trying to guilt anyone into saying it. I'm just saying it how it is.
Yeah.
People said that
business.
People said the Classic Series collections. It's like, no, buying it will show that we want more collections. I don't want collections. I'm not buying them. Like, that's some flimsy logic first and foremost. But two, it's just like, look at it. Not only you were right, we got an X collection too, but we also got Mega Man 11. I'm not gonna say anything about whether that game's gonna be good or not. I hope it is, but it's just like, we undeniably did get Mega Man 11. It's just you can't say that, and that can't have come from death threats. It couldn't have come from just asking for it on Twitter. We did that for years.
And I don't really understand what's with this like sudden disdain for collections in general. Like, collections have been around since earlier than anyone would give credit for. And Nintendo 64 had some arcade collections, if I'm not mistaken.
Sega Saturn,
PS1 had the Namco Anniversary
collections are historic in gaming.
Although I think that's a bit. I just realized something.
Yeah.
SNES, it's got the Mario games. That's a collection. That's from the 90s.
Everybody loves those.
Although I think that's a bit tangential. I think a much bigger concern is how a lot of people are going to say, I already have my X collection on PS2. And you see, the X collection is even worse off than the Anniversary collection for the Classic Series because of the fact that, the Classic Series was 480i, but at least your modern day TVs are taking it over component cables, the highest quality.
Yeah.
But the X collection was 240p. They did not upscale the games from their original resolutions, which modern day TVs, you plug in 240 your component cables from your PS2, your TV will be like, what the hell is this? TVs don't care about 240p because the only thing that uses 240p is retro video games. Exactly. So Sony or like Vizio, they're not programming that in because they don't care.
And you know
So
what
if you
else?
want to buy the
And you know
original
what else?
collection, just be sure to get a CRT TV while you're at
or
it.
get a FrameMeister or an OSSC. It's the only options. But the thing is, it's like, yeah, you already have it, but now we have X7, we have X8, we have X Challenge. Yeah, the X collection came with Mega Man. I forgot what it was called. The racing wing, the Battle and Chase. But that game sucks. So
Can
who
I mention
cares?
something?
I haven't played it.
What's that?
I just want to say that I don't know if people will necessarily agree with this, but another reason why, even if you have all the previous Mega Man games, even if you have the anniversary collections, here's the thing, guys and girls. Not only are you getting this new content, but there's something really important to me, even if it's not important to a lot of people. It's presentation. And the Legacy collections, especially Legacy Collection 2, when you have snappy animations in the menus, quick load times, everything's organized nicely. Look, you people watching probably care a lot about Mega Man X. And if you're like me and care about Mega Man X, you want to have the ultimate experience. You want to have the one place, in this case 2 places, that you could play these games with the best presentation, ease of entry, extra features. This is it. There's not going to be a better Mega Man X collection out there. This is it. This is all we're going to get, and
you might say you still have your PS2 collection, but this is of higher quality, and this is the definitive Mega Man X.
We don't even need it to come out to know. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just 1080p or 240p. Which one do you prefer?
No extra features or extra.
I don't care about graphics or whatever, but I'm like, yeah, okay. So maybe if you're playing your X collection with composite cables, it's
But then again, I also ask, like, do you legally have it? Like, I don't want to be the police, but do you legally have a copy of X8? Like, I have to ask those people. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if you could say yes to that question.
If they do, like, how'd they get the emulators to even run? PS2 emulations just says...
Well, I played... X8 is not a technical marvel by any means. I played X8 on Gavin's Mega Man and Bass stream with, like, 10 people in it with full quality 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I think we defended these collections plenty. I think we did a good job trying to... show. Do
we have any concerns about them though? Like,
not really. No.
Oh, I do. I have one. It's just one. Sure. It's not a big deal, but I'm concerned. We're only gonna get one version of X3, and it's gonna be SNES. If we get one,
thanks for bringing
I want PSX, but really we should get both. We should.
Yeah, so we should. I hope we do get
more
both,
realistically.
though.
We're probably gonna get SNES, but it's like. I just think that either way, it's more or less the same game, but it's just like we should have both.
We should.
Yeah, or maybe we'll get one version, but you can switch between soundtracks and.
Well, but
that's more or less the biggest difference, other than the enhancement chips.
Right, but when you ask me, like, I don't want both versions just to switch soundtracks, like Sonic CD remake, for example. X3, I want those enemy placement changes. I want the enhancement chip changes too. So I don't know if that would fix everything for me personally, but
wait, there's enemy placement changes?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there was. They changed some of the enemies. The missile ones were moved around a bit. I believe some pickup items were changed too. And I know that the enhancement chips work differently, where you could swap them out.
Well, I think the enhancement chips is the biggest difference. I'll have to look that up because I have played X3 PS1 like a million times.
That's fine.
This is a group full of X3 fanboys. That's something you won't see every day.
Yeah, well, actually, Jay can attest. There was like 3 weeks straight in the summer where I just played X3 every day. I eventually burned out for a while. It's my own fault, but...
I never did.
Yeah, and Jay's still going strong with that game. Huh. Hey, more power to you. X3 is a great game with a lot of flaws.
There was one time I was actually considering it my favorite in the trilogy. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, of course we're not getting Zero Project, but that is like I think Zero Project is like a great game.
Oh yeah, that's great. Like modifications, X3.
Great way to play it. Yeah.
So why don't we get that in the collection? I'm kidding.
But then there might be a mod for that on PC. Who knows? But let's see. Well, we've already dabbled into this, but we think these collections really are the only pathway to Mega Man X9. Other than, like, X Corrupted, but that's fan-made. So
yeah. I'm also proposing something else. If we don't get X9, so let's say these collections sell well. If we don't get an X9 or we don't get an X9 right away, people can argue with me if this is likely or not, but I think it's possible we could get a Maverick Hunter X2.
Ooh, oh, that'd be delicious.
That's not a ship I would die on, but I'll play it.
I don't think anyone's gonna die on that ship, but I think it's possible. Because think about what else could they make other than X9 is what I'm trying to think, right?
Yeah, I mean, people always say they want the X8 cliffhanger resolved, but let's be honest, people. Axel is fine. He's the next command mission, which takes place 100 years later. So, therefore, drama resolved.
He dies, he gets
cloned. The worst thing that could have happened is that he hit himself to repair himself.
I mean, it's like, what is the purple energy coming from Axel's head? It's X command mission shows he's fine, so...
Sigma virus.
Axel finds out Sigma is his real father.
So anyway, yeah, but it'd be nice if we could continue the remake series, but I don't know. All that matters is if there's more Mega Man X, I'll play.
Same. If there's more classic Mega Man, I'll play as well.
Same. If there's more classic Mega Man, I'll be like, I'll play that.
If there's more Mega Man in general, I'll play.
When are we getting Mega Man 05? I'm kidding.
Legends 3!
It's called Mega Man. It's called Mega Man 05 is called Mega Man ZX.
Well, fuck that game. I'm kidding. Seriously. X4 ended off on a great conclusion. It's actually the only series I know that actually got a conclusion in the Mega Man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember Dan Root had a video on that where it's like, classic series is never going to end. X ends on a cliffhanger if you don't count Command Mission. As Zero ends definitively. ZX is a cliffhanger, Legends is a cliffhanger, Star Force is a cliffhanger, Battle Network ends. So it's like 2 endings, 1 series that will never go on, that will never end, and the rest are cliffhangers because of bad sales.
I do hope that they like.
Well, except Legends, that didn't end because of bad sales. That ends because KG Inafune was like, you didn't pick my design. I'm out of here.
KG Inafune, cancer of the industry. All right, anyways.
Ouch!
I love that speedy delivery.
I hate that, man. So here's the thing. Okay, let's be honest, guys. Whether you buy this collection or not, we all have to admit we're not anime fans on prom night, so we don't have to worry about Mighty Number 9 coming back. That poor joke aside.
Even though that game was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. But aside from that poor joke, I guess we should just close off this video with our overall thoughts.
Sure.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
It's great. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yay. Say it nonchalantly. That's a great way to end.
We're all Mega Man X fanboys. Welcome by.
Yeah.
And we think you should too.
But
thanks to the kind
internet
people.
The kind internet people.
Of Mega
Anyways,
Man
like
X2.
so, this was a great discussion. So
yeah, I had a good time.
So yeah, where can they find you? First of all, talk about
on the Jay's Reviews YouTube channel page with the all-inclusive Mega Man X retrospective. The end.
All right, Gavin.
You can find me at Innocent Christoph Gavin. There'll probably be a link in the description. I do in-depth reviews and things. Star Fox.
Of what?
Star Fox. I was just gonna give some examples. I did Luigi's Mansion: Dark Moon, cool. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, The Office, Ratchet and Clank the movie. Don't watch the movie, just watch the review.
That was a great review, by the way.
Thanks.
And of course, the one thing that your channel lives and dies on.
Ace Attorney. I promise Ace Attorney content sometimes deliver it, as 3 Jerks Play would make fun of, but. Deep cut. I have a 3-hour in-depth review of Trials and Tribulations. I hope it doesn't waste people's time. I didn't even say that.
I still need to watch the entire thing.
I don't blame you.
I feel like it'd be just better to play the game first.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I've been a little hesitant to watch the entire thing. It's very spoiler heavy, even though I watched the other 2 and I still haven't played the game yet.
Yeah, well, it's all up to you,
Well,
Alec.
when you watch videos like that, like 3A, without playing the game, it's like usually like forget by next week kind of thing.
I mean, like, I think a good story can be enjoyed even if it is spoiled. I love Planet of the Apes, even though everyone spoiled that ending for me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying is that, like, TNT is a game you're only playing for the first time once.
Yes, that's something that we always stress. So.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember to stay awesome.
Bye.